Out of 20 in that week 1 start. 1st and 10. Sets up screen. Madison. Oh, able to hurdle through it all and take it home for the touchdown. He had 2 defenders on him and he broke away. And the Raiders get the touchdown from 31 yards out.
Outstanding peer progression.
A replay director emeritus. 1st and 10.
Misty Ryan.
Oh, the Raiders are offside. They got a free play here.
Yes, they did.
That's Dobbins taking it home for the touchdown. J.K. Dobbins is showing the Chargers something here in this game.
And you got to give Harbaugh and Ortiz credit for bringing back a couple of 13-3, so he knows how to turn it around in a hurry at some places.
It's everywhere. San Diego at the Toreros now. USD, here's 3rd and 6.
Took the aggressive approach.
McConkey sidesteps, got a first down, he's in the end zone. The rookie scores.
I love the play call and the guts because you know the defense is going to have to aggressively try and stop the run. So the middle of the field, stuff should be open and you run cross.
Cincinnati, they have big expectations for him. He's at the top.
These 2 will be guarding Chase. Got to go somewhere else.
To the end zone, pass. It is caught.
This is
checking the feet here.
This is the wide receiver who has to step up.
Yosivash has the touchdown.
He's improved. Yosivash is one of those guys that's like shows it at practice over and over again. He'd be the slot receiver, but with Higgins hurt, he's played outside, and the ability to pretend he was thrown. There's nobody there, and that gave him the space to get the first.
Well, he needed every inch of that reach. 1st and 10, down the field he goes. Rashee Rice for the touchdown.
You talk about that leap, that second-year players you want to see that he has made. He showed up last week, but you think of him more as the inside, do-it-all kind of a guy. Well, he's got speed, and he's
not a reception. Up top they go, and look who catches it, Morris. Wanye Morris, the backup left tackle, was eligible on the play.
There's nothing more fun for the entire team than when you get a big guy a touchdown. Oh, John Madden is smiling somewhere right now on that one. You get the big
for it instead from 3 yards out.
Get the ball to the backer, the tight end. He's going to get double teamed out here.
Here it is, going for it all, and an open target once again. The Bengals score, connecting with Yosivash.
He's really impressed me today. The route he ran on the first touchdown, a mini fade comeback, was outstanding, and this one was equally as good. Wait until you see this route and how he stops on a down.
More heat and a sack. And the ball's out, and it's Connor running with it. Jamari Connor to the end zone and still waiting for a signal from the officials.
Chris Jones with the pressure, possibly creating a touchdown.
I tell you, all the officials are looking at one another. No one's made a single signal yet.
There's no great view from an angle except for the sideline official. Is an incredible tandem.
Yeah, Cam was injured much of last year. He's healthy now. Making plays again, 2nd and 9. Wide open for the touchdown. Johnston, he had 2 last week. He's got an early one today from 27 yards away.
This is a great throw. Herbert eyeballs the corner. Porter Jr., who's played outstanding.
Brilliant. They've just brought in number 80, Darnell Washington. Watch out for him. 6'7" target who has their only touchdown of the season. 3rd and 3. Fields, open field. field and a touchdown. Well, after no signs of life the first 3 series, the Steelers this time go 7.
Just being a mentor, called him, Zoomed with him during COVID, the COVID year while he was at Ohio State. Now here they are teammates.
2nd and 7. Caught. Austin cuts ahead. Austin to the 20. Foot race to the 10. He's across for the touchdown.
This is Justin Fields taking a leap as a quarterback in a monster situation.
This opening drive for Los Angeles.
The pistol, look at the front. You got the right call.
Fake to Dobbins, looking up top. Gets it away in time. Back in the end zone. What a catch. Touchdown. McConkey. And Herbert got laid out as soon as he unloaded it. But he hung in there.
This is an outstanding throw. This is what...
Last drive by the Chiefs pretty much stalled, went nowhere. 9 plays, 15 yards. But this one is going deep for Worthy, and the rookie hauls it in. That's the longest touchdown pass for Mahomes in a long time. But there is a flag.
I think it's going to stand. And you called it. It's been a while since they've been able to hit the home run shot, and they've been trying 3 or 4 times early this game, but the pressure didn't allow it, but not this time. That was a heave.
Mahomes had gone 30 games without a touchdown pass that covered 50-plus yards.
That was ball was in the air over 65 yards.
Defense, number 7. That penalty's decline. Result of play is a touchdown.
52 yards. That long drought with P. Ryan might get the goal line carry. Let's see, 1st and goal. He does. P. Ryan fighting for it, gets it. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Wow, and that's a big penalty call on Dye. 43 on the previous play, just comes in, and they attack him really 2-3 straight plays. Great second effort.
Set up just outside of a yard away. 1st and goal. Jacobs bouncing. Gonna cut it outside. And Jacobs waiting for the signal. Touchdown. He had Love running with him after he bounced it to the outside. All set up by the throw to Reed from 54 yards for 54-yard play.
Another microcosm of the Rams in the run game. You bring in Jabbar and just send to the skyhook.
It's a 3rd and goal. It's Williams. He's in for the Rams touchdown.
I just don't think they've committed to the run enough so far in this first half.
3rd and 12. Coming after him, Young. Just heaves it. Somehow it's caught for the touchdown on the pick 6. What a bizarre play that is. That's McCullough as Love just mindlessly tried to get rid of it to avoid the safety. Right in the hands of the Rams defender. And Los Angeles takes the lead.
The plays that have been going against the Rams earlier in the year. That's why you have eyes on vision on the quarterback.
Here's Love. Wide open. He's got Kraft. Tight ends running with stiff arm. Kraft's going the distance. Tucker Kraft. He plays the game the way it was meant to be played, with an edge, said his head coach, and you saw it right there.
Team gets healthy here, you could have a great defense. The front starts to get going with a little more push in the middle and on the outside.
Second and goal. It's to Kraft. Kraft fighting for it. Did he get in? They're going to mark him down. Going to mark him down at the 1.
Wow, when he got the ball, I was like, that's a touchdown. He's got great instincts, great feel for it, spatial awareness.
He thinks he's
Valentine.
Here we go, first and goal. Yard away. 3.5 remaining.
I would actually play action this one, yep.
Throws it. Caught for the touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson from Stafford.
What a great route. Robinson actually does a great job separating. And they're going to have to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game, obviously. But right there, that was
11-yard penalty. And now it's Henry time. Derrick cutting it outside. Derrick Henry! Touchdown, Ravens!
once they get inside the 10, they're almost impossible. But Robinson's also been a really big part.
Second and goal from 6 yards away. Daniels back of the end zone.
McLaurin has it for the Washington touchdown. Right over the top of Marcus Williams. Seven-yard touchdown toss to Terry McLaurin. And what an impressive answer to the rate.
Do not let him scramble out here. So your job is not to get behind the quarterback, let him step up and get out here. Take this angle right there.
Well protected, wide open, Andrews. Now he's targeted, and it goes for a touchdown.
Well done. You mention someone's name, the ball ends up in his hands.
13 yards out, Mark Andrews.
This was a really high-level throw.
It's his 41st career touchdown. He has just tied Todd Heap for the Ravens record for receiving touchdowns.
Washington brings everyone down, Jim. Look at how many guys are right here.
2nd and 5. He'll still face that with power, with Henry, with a touchdown.
Great call, Tony. His second touchdown of the game.
You're exactly right. You got to give this guy the ball. That's why you go get him. There's very little space inside the 10. You've got help on the sidelines and the back of the end, so you can't create space. Warren is your guy. I don't think they're going to double him right away. You'll have a chance. Now he's going to come out, probably pop out. If he blitzes, you throw it here. If he pops out, give it to him.
Here it is. To the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. The timing was to perfection. McLaurin with the grab.
It's a great job by a young quarterback seeing the look of the defense, and I said heavy-handed on that outside. A few of these routes have gotten him, and they're all outbreakers.
The play here, they've had the football for 6.5.
They know it's man-to-man here, so he's going to go up and change the play.
3rd and 4.
If you get man, you want to get people running horizontally across the field.
Here's Love.
To the end zone. Diving catch. What a catch it is by Kraft for the score.
What a throw, Jim. This reminded me of the Favre Rodgers straight up the seam, and you've got to beat the backside safety. Huge momentum shift with that turnover, Jim.
Here it is, Mixon. Round the end and in for the touchdown. Took 2 plays to bring it home. After the recovery, 2 carries by Mixon. And he's trying to do the Lambeau leap.
That was great. Well, you see the great creative design by offensive coordinator Bobby. It's me, I'm throwing a challenge flag.
And they get the play in the books now. They don't challenge it in time. They go long.
They go long. They get the completion near the 1-yard line. Touchdown. Dontavian Wicks. All that confusion. Were the Texans going to challenge it? I saw D'Amico jumping up and down on the sideline as the ball was snapped. They end up hurrying up and beat the Texans.
The 6-1 front. You got the 4D lineman here. Collapse the edges and force it back inside.
There's Mixon. Mixon finds his way to the end zone, and another Houston touchdown.
It's a great adjustment by Bobby Slowick in this Texans offense. They were running a little bit of misdirection, gap scheme stuff, and now they just, the way to beat that defense, Jim, is you slide one side all the way out and there's not one gap. Let Mixon pick the gap he wants to go in, and he does a wonderful job of doing that.
Yeah.
You can't leave one-on-one on the left side here. They've attacked it too many times.
2nd and goal from 8 yards out. Right back to Jacobs. No one there for him this time. Touchdown, Green Bay. His first ever touchdown reception. He had the longest streak ever without, as far as receptions, without finding end zone, and that career drought is over.
Matt LaFleur are going to be won or lost the fourth quarter and right at the end here.
To Swift. Look at Swift. Take it to the Washington side of the 50. Down the sideline he goes, and he's galloping home for the game's first touchdown.
There's your Devin Hester moment. You're only 2 plays off, and I don't see any flags on the field. That's the area where they've been going to C-gap, Jim, outside and wide, and Swift shows off the great instincts, the cut, and then the burst to finish. One-on-one here. You want to throw it? Go ahead. Put everybody in here and go.
Handoff. Johnson up ahead. He's across. Touchdown, Chicago. So here you go.
He's gotten hit throughout the rest of the game, and it's hurting more now.
Comes down to one last play, and it's going to be getting longer by the second. You're all the way back at the 30-yard line. Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line, and the ball is caught! Caught! It's a miracle! It's Noah Brown! Oh, my goodness! This town is going crazy. It's a madhouse in Landover, Maryland.
He did it.
Johnson, number 18 in the slot to the left. We're going to run it up the middle. Bouncing off one player, and Henry takes it home for his 100th career rushing touchdown.
Wow, this is Ravens football. Just, these are two very physical teams, but Macari just moves everyone across. I mean,
it's officially the 2-yard line.
Throw the fade outside.
That's Sutton you're drawing up there at the top. They got a reverse play. Sutton with a throwback pass, caught at the goal line for the touchdown. And Bo Nix has caught his first NFL touchdown.
It was Philly special.
It was.
We saw this from Nick Foles in the Super Bowl. Teams have ran it after that. Sean Payton brings it out. Dominant on defense this year, but got to watch Lamar's legs here.
3rd and goal, 7 yards out. Steps up from the heat. Slides, throws, completes the pass to Flowers for the touchdown.
This is all Lamar and Zay Flowers. Literally, they run a 2-man route. They basically block. But that's what's made this team so dynamic, having the second-year player Moss come on and putting him with great certainty on the other side.
1st and 10, down the middle, look wide open. It's Flowers again, and he breaks the tackle, and he's off to the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Incredible.
To the 13, from that point down to the 6. It's Henry, outside, it's Henry for the touchdown again.
This is Baltimore at their best, handling a great defensive opponent and making it look the same. That's why they control. You wait for the trickery.
Here's the wide open target. Ricard with the touchdown catch. And Jackson's the first to come over and congratulate him. Touchdown.
Dallas needs to fire on those.
Here comes the tush push, you got to think.
What's your stop?
There's Hurts, and he is powering across for the touchdown.
They have that play down to a science. Atlanta actually stopped them last week, Jacksonville last week on that, and they aligned perfectly. It's so
into this half.
That did not look so pretty. Here's a 2nd and 1. Eagles out of timeouts.
No sacks for Hurts. Everything else you can throw in the middle of the field or outside.
Able to shake off the pressure. Fires to the end zone, and it's caught by Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Mike Zimmer dials up a perfect blitz. Gets a free rusher. Overshown coming right in. But Jalen Hurts.
Barkley returns to the backfield.
Not a shock that Dallas has by far their best pressure rate of the season. Parsons is back.
Drop back. Jalen looking around, surveying 3 or 4 times. Snaps up and fires. And it's caught for the touchdown. Johnny Wilson with the touchdown catch.
He is huge. Receiver from Florida State. You would pressure with the, all the talk, but I mean, that's just passionate fans. I actually like when fans care and they want to be a part of it and everything, but when you're winning, it's hard to win in the NFL, and they're winning. He deserves credit.
He still has it, and Hurts is going to plunge across for another Eagles touchdown. His 2nd running score of the day, this one from 8 yards out.
This is play they scored on. The great corner, the tandem with him and McDuffie last year can get beat.
1st and goal. Cook gets the handle. Cook turns it in for the touchdown. James Jimbo Cook from 3 yards out. And they cash in on the interception. Taken 2-73. Here we start the 2nd with Mahomes dumping it off to Worthy. His speed's going to get him to the pylon. Should be a touchdown, and it is. It has been all Xavier Worthy for the Chiefs. The 11th play of the drive, and he had his hands on a number of those plays to get him all the way.
Gives the left foot in. Great job by Cooper.
Okay, so it's 1st and goal for the Bills. 6.5 yards out. Handoff. Cook trying to find it for the 2nd time, and he does. Touchdown number 2 for James Cook, and the Bills regain the lead.
This is why you lift all them weights. A la Bill Parcells. Strengthen his lower body so he could deliver the blows, especially right. Remember, you got to defend the pylon, and then the B gap on the right and the B gap on the left. End up there after all the eye candy motions.
Here's the snap, back to Mahomes. Quick throw, touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray. They spread everybody out, caused confusion, and standing all alone, wide open, is Gray, who had an earlier catch on this drive. And the Chiefs are a point after away from taking the lead. They would have a 2-score lead in the fourth. 2nd and 10. Big time blitz. Allen throws, has his target. Samuel takes it home for the touchdown. Oh, they were coming after Josh.
Shifted over, shift back. Miscommunication by Buffalo.
This time they're going up top. Throws, end zone. Gray has his second touchdown catch of the game.
I told you that championship DNA, it starts with Patrick Mahomes 15. This is him. Very few people. Quarterback's legs. Quarterback's legs.
Fakes left, now taken off. Gonna run for it, he got it! And there he goes! Inside the 10, the 5. Oh, the play of the year in the NFL! Has done most of the work to get him to this point. You fake to him here, look around, down the middle, and it is caught by Laporta for the Detroit touchdown. Doing a little something with this first drive of the third quarter. Williams down the field. He's got Keenan Allen, and it's a touchdown for Chicago.
Bear fans get excited. All of a sudden, you needed a spark. You got it on the 3rd and 15, which felt like a must. The pass rush is not quite as dominant as it was earlier in the game for Detroit, and you see right here with a little bit of that
touchdown. This is a team that has scored a rush touchdown in 22 consecutive games.
Gonna have to hurry up here.
Gibbs is in the backfield. They fake it to him. They're going up top. It's right there.
What a play.
Laporta for the second time in the game has a touchdown.
Angles,
including Malcolm Rodriguez, who made that tackle. 2nd and goal. Keenan Allen has the Bears touchdown. He's in the slot on the right. Williams looking left, though. Now looking to the right side. Finds him. It's Keenan Allen for the second time with a Chicago touchdown.
What a route. This is a Keenan Allen special. Just right out of his playbook. He's been running routes that are just impossible to do anything here. You can take a shot at the end zone. You can just get the first down. Just depends on what the defense is in. Take a look. You got shots outside, one-on-ones. You can take a hitch out here.
Here's Williams. Going for the big ball. Going for the big shot. And he hits it. Moore with the touchdown haul.
That's such a great situational awareness. Perfectly thrown ball. And what a route by Moore. Resetting the defender. But that's where I talk about teams get so locked in on 3rd and short that you're going to run a short route. That's your best chance. I heard enough of that, but it's true, actually. I wish I could tell you it's not.
The old yips. Here's a 1st and goal. And he's signaling as he backpedals to the 30. Oh, what a catch! Andrews secures it and shows the football to everyone. Touchdown, Baltimore.
This is
keeps, gives, Goddard, tiptoes, touchdown, Philadelphia.
what a cool RPO. Run pass option. Well, what they did a great job of. Oh, here it comes, Jim. Your favorite, the tushy pushy.
It looked like almost
a fumble.
a mishandle on the snap. They say touchdown. That was not clean, but it's arms in the air, touchdown for Philadelphia.
It didn't look. Call the play. They think that Hamilton's going to come down here. That would mean you have a chance of a one-on-one if he comes down with Brown.
First down. Saquon. Oh, here he goes. Barkley at the 10, the 5, and the touchdown.
At the highest level on defense, at the highest level on offense, the highest level on special teams, and now you're like, okay, the ball will matter in those games, penalties will matter, it's the hidden yardage.
To the end zone, pulled down by Likely.
Game's not over.
You mean we have a chance, they're saying. Okay.
What was all that 1 in a million talk?
That was 1 in a million, right.
I'm going to save that for future. Take that back.
Judy on the near side, coming off a monster performance. Here's Winston throwing on the run, and he's got him. That was Judy for the touchdown.
What a big-time throw and catch here. Judy stays active. He's actually got 3 guys around him, but he finds the soft spot in the defense and angles it high, and this is where the trouble is. You let Jameis Winston get out of the pocket. We talked
on a 1st and goal. Garrett's back out there. Here's the handoff. Harris is in for the Steeler touchdown. All set up by Benton in his pick of the Winston pass.
And what a block by Hayward. Back up tight end.
Emerson for Cleveland had to come out. He was the first one trying to make a tackle on that last play. He was dinged a little bit himself. Second and 5. Wilson has it, throws it, got the touchdown. Van Jefferson. Ten yards from Russell Wilson.
Well, we talked about how great our correct call, and you're right. I think it is a matter of time because you got a great deep ball thrower with a guy who's done that throughout his career.
2nd and 10. Down the middle. He's got him. It's Freiermuth for the touchdown.
There's a big time throw right here by Russell Wilson. I mean, this is why you pulled the trigger when your team was 4-2, because he can make plays like this. Looks to the out route to the left.
Half a quarter to go. Into the red zone. 5.5 minute drive to this point. Winston, end zone bound, and it's caught by Njoku.
You talked about how it got crazy late in the game on the other one.
Yes.
Not quite crazy yet, but the starting.
So, just outside of the 1.
Why don't you go up and just push the big guy?
2nd and goal. That's what they're going to do. Pushing. Bills think he's across. Do the officials agree? It looks like they're going to spot him short.
No, it's a touchdown.
There it is. Just took a while. Touchdown, Buffalo. Injuries to the right. Hollins, who's dangerous, to the left.
He is big.
And it's Allen easily going in, hopping home for the touchdown.
We just talked about the tackle pull. And they do it again. Bring Dawkins from first down, I believe. Detroit has to win first down. That's the key to this game.
On 3rd and 9. Goff looking, throwing, caught. First down and touchdown. Tim Patrick with a stellar effort.
They're 12-1, so they've lived very well. You have to find the guy that's not as good as the other guy, and they're doing it right now.
First and goal. Give, Cook, no one near him. Goes in untouched for the Buffalo touchdown.
I mean, it's a clinic right now. This is the threat of Josh Allen. There's no surf technique. Superman kind of guy. Finishes it off in the key situation.
Second and 4. Fake it to him this time, and they got a wide open target. It's one of the linemen. It's Skipper to the end zone for the touchdown. Dan Skipper, all 6'9" of them. Second and 4, staying on the ground to Cook. Nice cut. Cook taken off. He actually almost got stopped, but he's going home for the touchdown. They almost grabbed him by the hair at one time. He slowed him down. He broke free.
I'm not joking. I talked with my wife, whose birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. But she...
Cook's got 2 rushing touchdowns. Allen's got 2.
Watch the play action.
Little shovel pass, and it's Shakir with the Buffalo touchdown.
I think this is going to be a throwing touchdown because it's a sneaky play action.
It is a touchdown pass for Allen, touchdown catch for Shakir, who had a big 51.
Process and do the right thing.
Here's a 3rd and 17. The pass complete. St. Brown slips through a tackle inside the 20 to the 10. What a play on 3rd and 17. The Lions are back in it.
Like I said, you got to take your shot and get back in it in one play.
66.
No, he's well over that now. 336, 3 touchdowns. You don't normally win, but they have the lead.
Second and 4, dumps it off. Gibbs got across. Touchdown, Lions.
You see the... Well, if you don't think you can stop a team, you're trying to steal a possession, right? They would have tried to surprise one, but you have to declare it now.
Now Allen, short toss, easy doing, touchdown, Bills. Davis, the recipient.
There's their 4th-round pick, rookie who's had a really good season, and you want to take the momentum out of that really quick drive you just took, Detroit. How about one-play drive for Buffalo?
Back-to-back 40-point games for the Bills. Last week, though, they
changed your play call, but I doubt it. I think it's still going to be something.
Goff in the gun. No snap, handoff. Gibbs pushed across. Oh, my goodness. One of the linemen made that happen. It was being stalled outside.
Yeah, here we go. 43.
Would they dare run it? They've run for only 48 yards today in this game.
You can, because you're going to use your timeouts.
Yes.
What are you saving them for? You're exactly
Going up
right.
top to the end zone. They go. They've got it. It's Jamison Williams. J-Mo with the touchdown. With 12 seconds remaining.
This was a high level.
Last year. 3rd and 8. What a big play that was. But right back. They get the first. Debo fights for it. What an effort. Debo into the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. That's his best play of the year. Been following the Niners. No one would dispute that.
very similar route structure. Last week he dropped it, and you just mentioned it on the last zone defense, and that is rare for this team. And they're not great on offense, not great on defense in the red zone. That's how you can lose and blow fourth quarter leads.
3rd and goal. Tua throws, caught. It's a touchdown. Tyreek hauls it in. Hill with the catch from 3 yards out.
You cannot get beat on your...
Christian McCaffrey territory back in the days when he was healthy. 2nd and goal, up top, touchdown. Touchdown it is. Salbert with the catch. His first touchdown of the season.
And that is on the backup linebacker, Duke Riley, who's really the special teams guy and energy giver, juice guy. But it's so hard to really dominate year in, year out. It's just so hard to maintain that from an injury perspective to really every avenue.
1st and 10, another big run. There he goes. He's got wide open space. A-Chan with an A-plus effort and a touchdown by Miami. 50 yards to all but put the game away.
Well, it would have been put away if he'd have slid. It's a great job of scoring, great run, unbelievable.
Be a winning argument. Jets with 2 illegal hands contacts, 1 PI, and here they go in the goal line situation.
Watch out for someone unique.
It's Josh Allen.
Super unique.
Super unique he is. Touchdown, Buffalo. He's just tied the Bills franchise record with his 65th career touchdown rush. Reggie Gilliam helped push him across. Not that Josh needed a whole lot of time.
Well, Buffalo has more margin for error. They can get it on anyone.
2nd and 14. Heaves it to the end zone. Oh, what a catch! Amari Cooper pulls it down for the touchdown.
What a throw and catch. It's really perfect defense. He's covered, but because the ball is back.
This would be for his 3rd touchdown of the day, if that's the call. 2 on the ground, 1 via the air.
If it's not just a simple fade here.
Oh, he's going to hand it off to Cook. How about that? They go with what they had to do to get it across. And James Cook has his 15th rush touchdown of the season.
And that's the right thing to do. I mean, if you're going to win an MVP on 1 extra touchdown pass or something, I don't think that's
I know
right.
You don't have a vote, but you know how voters are influenced. It
I think
always gets down
tied.
to these numbers.
I think they're tied in my brain. I think that Josh Allen might get the edge only because Lamar's had 2. If Josh had 2, you're going to side with a guy who doesn't have 1. That's just human nature, in my opinion.
Threatening to make it 6 times by 20-point-plus margin. Here's a 3rd and 9. Time to survey, time to look. Now you got to get rid of it. Into the end zone, and it's caught. Coleman pulls it down. And can you believe it? There is a flag back at the 25-yard line.
I did not think he should throw this ball. Takes a wicked shot
hear
at the
voice.
I was like, oh my gosh.
This is the faith he has in this kid's ability.
He does have
physicality.
You're
yes,
exactly right, Jim. He's big, tall, can high point. MVP, they're chanting.
They haven't addressed the penalty yet as the MVP chant goes up another octave here.
Well, this penalty will decide the MVP race right now. It comes down to this.
If it was a touchdown, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. New York defense. That penalty will be assessed on the PAT.
It's over. A player through and through. And I mean, I think his teammates want the MVP for him. They know it's about a Super Bowl. MVP would be amazing and great. He deserves it. Lamar deserves it.
Here's a guy coming right in. That's Shavers. Look at him with that burst. Taking it the distance for another Bills touchdown.
I think we got a quarterback competition now, Jim.
A controversy.
Trubisky is on fire.
Shavers' first career reception goes 69 yards and a touchdown. And he becomes the 13th different player with a touchdown reception on the season. That ties the all-time NFL record. Bad snap, pulls it down, end zone bound, and pulled down for the touchdown.
What a catch.
They took advantage of the matchup against Codrington, who has played almost no time at all in the secondary, just been in the return game. And they had that matchup on him, and able to exploit it there with Wilson getting his 7th touch. Taylor on his second series, trying to go 2 for 2, finding the end zone. In fact, he's headed that way, and he's got a wide open Conklin for the score. Conklin, who had the catch on the 2-point convert.
Touches. If they get in the playoffs, watch this guy. He is dynamic.
We'll call from the 32. They fake it to him. They fake the end around to Franklin. And here they come back to near side to Mims. He breaks it inside the 20, and he takes it home for the Denver touchdown. And Estime, who just came in the game, threw the pivotal block on the trick play, 37 yards and a Broncos touchdown.
There's your big play threat.
Hit Sutton early with a deep ball and to get most of that yardage taken care of, and he already has.
He's called a perfect game at this point.
2nd and 7. On play action. Stepping up to the end zone, and that ball is caught for the touchdown. It's Sutton again.
This is all Bo Nix and all Sutton. Linebacker this week. He's normally on the weak side, but he's having to he's like, move over, get in your position.
Here's Nix rolling out, looking for the rookie record. Ball tipped and caught. Oh my gosh, the double deflection and a Denver touchdown.
I know it's incredible, but I think
one of the deflections.
He might have been out of bounds. Oh, man. I don't want it because you had such a great call.
At Buffalo.
I would be pulling my starters if I'm Denver if we score a touchdown.
3rd and goal. Here's over to Mims.
Touchdown.
In front. Mims, you got it, Tony. Touchdown. Broncos. He had 2 last week. Mims, 2 more today. And if it wasn't already, it's officially a blowout.
There's a good chance. Hut 2, hut 3, snap.
Nope, they're going with the tailback, and it's Estime with the touchdown. Running behind Burton, of course. The rookie from Notre Dame has a 2nd touchdown of the season.
Disrupt and make Bo Nix have to be in the 3rd medium and long, and he actually handled it in the first one of the game, but these guys right here have to disrupt it.
2nd and 4. There's Nix going for the long ball. He's got to step on him, and the Broncos strike early with the touchdown to Franklin from 43 yards out.
And this is why you don't want to play a Sean Payton team who has a young quarterback, and like I said, he's been playing as well as any quarterback. 4 touchdowns last week, 7 touchdowns in the last 6-7 quarters. And Sean Payton,
wow. But he really is the modern day John Elway, isn't he? With the great arm, the great running skills, and tough as can be. Here's a 1st and goal. He's going to hand it off to Cook. Cook's got an opening. Cook fights. He's in for the touchdown. He had 16 rushing touchdowns this year to tie the franchise record, and now he's got 1 in the postseason. He took Cody Barton with him into the end, and 1, up 6.
He's not going to stay out here. Come on, motion. There you go. Get back over here.
Big play here. Trying to go up top for it.
He wants to run for it, Jim. He wants to just go get it with his legs. He's trying to find
it. Wasn't there, so now he's got to throw it deep to the end zone. And was that caught? Yes! Ty Johnson scrapes it off the ground, above the ground for the touchdown.
What a throw and catch. And if his feet never touched out of bounds.
It's 2 years winning here. But the likes of Elway, Montana, Marino, they didn't win here in the postseason.
It's hard. This is the Bills Mafia. Brunell, the huge win. I remember that game. He played awesome.
Big 3rd and 6. Wide open. And then Samuel zigs and zags. Slips through a tackle. He's taking it home for the touchdown.
Both on the field, they're like wide receivers and tight ends at the same time.
Call it 3rd and 3 from the gun. Lamar, first option closed down. Now he goes to the end zone, wide open, and a Ravens touchdown right off the bat with Bateman. Four minutes and 20 seconds into the...
But with Josh Allen.
You were talking about how essential it is to have that with your quarterback these days. And Allen, who rushed for 12 touchdowns during the regular season, has a 2nd and goal. Gonna hand it off. Hand it off, and walking in for the touchdown is Ray Davis, the rookie.
Time yet.
And it certainly looked like the setup with Reggie Gilliam line up behind him. Here it is, Allen. He just steamrolls across for the Buffalo touchdown.
Mr. Automatic, Josh Allen in that situation. If they can get to 3rd and 2 or
Second pocket. Ty Johnson is in the backfield with him.
Watch this formation. Who's going to motion? Shakir? You're not going to stay there, are you?
It's Allen. Allen straight ahead. Bulldozes in for the touchdown.
Guess who's going to get the ball in key situations, Jim?
Stay with him. Henry.
Yeah.
He's in for the touchdown. Oh, boy, they looked unstoppable on the ground. They just rushed for 68 yards on that drive to the end zone. And now a 2-point conversion attempt away from... Lamar's hit his last 5 passes. He's got a new set of downs. Again, he's getting all kinds of protection all day. Slides over to buy time, flings it down the field, it's caught for the touchdown. Isaiah Likely, and the Ravens are a 2-point try away from tying the game.
Well, this is where Lamar Jackson, we talked to him when he lost that game against Kansas City. They didn't rush him, kind of like there.
I'm wondering, am I going to have to be down 7 points again like I have the last 2 weeks?
They're so efficient in these playoff games, Kansas City.
1st and 10. Hunt again, slips through, goes all the way for the touchdown. Kareem Hunt from 12 yards out, completing a 90-yard drive for the score.
Backers and only Allen and Mahomes and a few others.
1st and goal. They hurry to the line. Cook outside and finds the opening. There wasn't much there, but enough for Cook to score the touchdown. They hurried to the line. This amplifies your point earlier. Cook doesn't need much.
You're exactly right. Right, Jim? Like he's sitting there feeling the weight of the whole town of Buffalo's on him, and he doesn't have any safety help right now. He's way over there.
From the 11, 1st down. Pass worthy. Touchdown. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Outstanding job, Andy Reid, Josh Allen.
Poor. 3rd and goal. Hunt, the running back. Rolling. Mahomes. He can keep it. He can get there. He's in for the touchdown. Same play they used on a 4th down play earlier in this game.
Remember what I said? Tendencies, human beings. Andy Reid's going to get the quick rollout to the right.
The flags after this fracas that broke out after the touchdown.
Well, that's frustration. And right now, Kansas City's winning the emotional aspect of this game. Buffalo letting it get to them with the pre- and post-snap penalties, and that has hurt.
Three penalties in the first half on the Bills. 1 penalty called on Kansas City. On 2nd and 10. Down the field for the big ball to the end zone. And it is caught. Hollins able to hold on. 34 yards and a strike from Josh Allen.
We talked last night, Jim. This will be pass interference on the defense, but someone we don't talk about in this game.
Including Quentin Morris and Knox. 3 tight ends, Kincaid. Here you go, biggest play of the game so far. 4th and goal from the 1. He's going to go out of the gun. He's going to look at pitching, and he does to Cook. Oh, he reaches across. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Who should we get the ball to?
Got to be Jimbo Cook. Now there's going to be, I know a look at this was the knee as he was stretching out. Where was it? But
He's
moving on the
in.
field is touchdown.
A lot of game to finish that off, but this is the game everyone wanted, the heavyweight battle. You got the quarterbacks at the top of the mountain.
1st and goal. Mahomes still has it. To the 5, and in for the touchdown. And his worst pass of the night is on the spike attempt.
It's because he's been on fire. Patrick Mahomes has learned how to systematically win big plays, short plays, just knows how to.
4th and goal. Allen rifles it. Open! It's Samuel for the touchdown! In a flicker of a second, Josh Allen saw Curtis Samuel roaming free on the back of the end zone and an extra point away from tying this game.
What an outstanding job staying